Oh, shoot, y'all. I didn't even realize I was on mute. I was on mute. But hey, y'all. Hey. I said I got my moo on and all. I said I had to hop up off the bed so I could come to y'all with this quick video that I stumbled across on my way to bed, y'all. I said, who we got in the chat? I said, hey, NS. Hey, Miss Sexy. Child of God. Hey, Kay. Miracle. Miss Angelic. Sonya. Hey. Just my opinion. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey, Brittany. Naya. Thank you, Miss Angelic. Hey, Naya. Thank you. Antoinette. Hey. Trimika. You said you was on the floor dying because my baby started pre-K to run. Listen. But I heard that ding. Listen, y'all get that ding on. Y'all got y'all notification bell on. Hey, Kate, thank you, girl. Look, I'm supposed to be asleep. My baby gonna be coming in here looking for me in like 2.1 seconds. She calling me now. I can hear her. Dreamer, hey. Sony, hey. He said I have to send you. Yes, 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 yes. I would love that, Brittany. Seriously, y'all. I said moo and all. But look, um, there was a really short news report done or posted. Okay. I think it was Channel 7 here in Detroit. And I wanted to share it with y'all because, yeah, we here for the updates. We're here for the updates. And it was just ironic that we just did the last live where we was watching Jernell and Kewana. Hey, Mika. And hey, Ray, Jay. Yeah, some of y'all may have seen it. That's okay if you did. We're gonna watch it again. Okay, we're gonna watch that again. I'm so glad that Jernell and Kewana came out again. I think that they need to continue to speak up because they deserve the credit. I'm not here to bash Kewana or Jernell because I've seen their efforts. I've seen the paperwork. I've seen the reports. Okay. Hey, Esther. Thank you, Vernon. Sure. Listen, I do it. I do this because this needs to be talked about. Okay. There are a lot of Nazias, okay, in our community, including myself. It may not have been exactly or identical to the way that it happened to Naziah, but some of us can relate, okay, male and female. And we're going to continue to talk about this. And I'm also going to start talking about other cases because some people brought it to my awareness that there are currently several young girls missing right now in the city of Detroit. So eventually I'm going to merge these stories and draw some connections between these stories as well. Because that's just what I do. Okay. Draw some connections and expose the similarities and bring some awareness as well. We need to start talking about our experiences and we need safe spaces to do so. And this will be that space. I started speaking up on my platforms mainly because due to domestic violence and narcissistic abuse. So I am an advocate for women and children. Okay. You say yes, this affected these women. I was about to cry. Jernell lost weight too. Can you imagine? I thought that she gained a little weight, but you know, that's neither here nor there. She looks beautiful. I was looking at her pictures, like she's a beautiful lady. Her and Kewana are both very beautiful women. Um, Either way it go, you know, but we absolutely need that safe space for women to be able to speak about their abuse and feel okay and validated in their experiences. Okay, this is a no judgment zone, no judgment. Okay, listen, girl. She wakes up. Look, keep your head down. 'Cause they gonna think I don't comb your hair. Keep your head down. Mm-hmm. I promise y'all I do. She just been giving me the roughest, toughest fight for the past few days. She won't let me comb her hair, y'all. No, lay it down. Thank you. Yeah, she is beautiful. If we talking about Jernell. um, so I basically, and you know what? I guess that's why I'm just so like engulfed in this story, because I know that this affects and it touched home to a lot of women and males too. We don't want to leave the males out, but my focus as I'm having a woman experience, you know, I have to speak from my experience as a woman. And I know what it's like to be silenced. I know what it's like to be silenced in the court and family court. I know what it's like to have um, an excessive amount of evidence and still be silenced. I know what it's like to be victim blamed. I know what it's like to be a true speaker and people turn their backs on you because you want to expose and bring awareness to your experience by way of abuse. Okay, that could be family, that could be in a relationship, that could be wherever in the workplace. It happens all over the place. Okay, and a lot of times, as Black women in particular, we are silenced. We are overlooked. We are the most disrespected. Black women die to the hands of a man every 4 hours. One every 4 hours. Okay, more so than we do from sicknesses, illnesses, and diseases. So it's the trauma that we need to address. It's the abuse that we need to address. It's the domestic violence that we need to address. And I also, you know what? I need to pull up this. I'm gonna have to go in my history. I'm gonna have to write it down, so I don't want to forget. Because I ran across like a longer version video of Roxy's mother talking, and on a live. And I really don't like Roxy's mom attitude, and I can see where Roxy mom gets this attitude from as well. You know, so we're gonna listen to that. Because family need to realize that you are responsible for your family. We as women are responsible for other women. That's what builds the community. That's what keeps the community. We lost the sense of community when we started to believe and subscribe to the mindset that we are not responsible for one another's well-being. And we are. We absolutely is. And when you feel like, oh, I don't have to check up on that family member, I don't have to question that family member about who they have around themselves and their children, and you know, it's not my concern. It's okay to turn the cheek and a blind hold on, y'all. Okay, I just had my oldest son go take her and lay her down because I can't do that right now. I have a very short time with y'all tonight because I do have to get up early as I have a meeting. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get straight into it, but I still need to say what I need to say. Okay, you say yes, she thinks she's better than the family. That's what I'm getting at. You're not better than your family. Roxy's mom, Kenya. You're not better than your family, and anybody that has that mentality of a Kenya, okay, you are a detriment to your family dynamic. You are a detriment to your family dynamic. We are absolutely responsible for our family and our community. Okay. Esther, I don't play with sex offender. Look, protect your daughters and women. Okay, hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide everybody. Okay, your pocketbooks, your dogs too. All right. You say, as a mother and a grandmother, I will never allow anybody known as sex offender around my. And see, Roxy felt like, not Roxy, her mother felt like, oh, Shannon wasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to let y'all listen to it, because the guy that was questioning her and drilling her, I feel like they was taking him as being disrespectful to Roxy's mom, but really he was trying to get some real answers and trying to really comprehend and wrap his head around, why wasn't you taking responsibility for your family member? Like, once you came into realization that Shannon was indeed with a pedo and a S offender, why didn't you take responsibility, or, why didn't you take initiative to even try to dive deep in that situation and figure out what's going on? This is your family. But again, I really feel strongly that a lot of times in the family dynamic, colorism is a thing, y'all. And I know a lot of people don't, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about the sensitive topics. But a lot of times, like Roxy mom said, if it was one of her daughters, she would have questioned her daughters, but it wasn't her daughters. So not only are we dealing with generational trauma, not only are we dealing with the mindset that, my fault, no more, it's all about me, not you, it's about mine and not them. We also have to consider the fact that a lot of our Black families are very colorist. Okay, Roxy and her daughters are light skinned. Shannon and them and Annette and them, they're darker complected, more melanated people. A lot of times, light skinned people feel like they're automatically more superior than the more melanated people. Okay, I see this in my own family. They care more about the ones who have a lighter skin, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So I feel like subconsciously or consciously, they didn't care enough for Shannon and her situation. I feel like that's why Shannon decided she wanted to get with a light-skinned man to have lighter skinned children. Maybe she felt like she would be doing them a service by way of society if she have lighter skinned children. Okay, I know this is a real thing. Okay, you say you have aunts like that. My grandma is like that. She'll probably never admit it, but she is. She is like that. And I really realized it when I had my children. I see how she treat my dark children versus my light. I have two dark, two light, two dark, two light, and she treat them differently. She do, and my mother. So I could see, and it's weird because my grandmother, she has all of her children by the same man, but my mother and my auntie are very light, like Roxy light. And then I have uncles who are darker, more melanated than my auntie and my mother. She don't hold that same favoritism. She do to a certain extent, probably because they came from her. You know what I mean? Like, those are her children, so she don't really do the colorist thing amongst her biological children, but she do amongst her grandchildren and other people. Like, I hear them say things about that black fat monkey, this, that, black this, you spook, you this. Like, they say the most craziest shit about people that got dark skin. The craziest things just because they're dark. So that's another reason why I choose not to feed into the whole narrative of being verbally abusive to my children and creating complexes with them where they have low self-esteem because I'm talking about them like a dog. Like, that's part of the reason, because my family lethal with their mouth. Lethal. Okay. All right. So I'm just getting my little pictures together that I seen in the video so I can give y'all a close-up view of what's in this very short. It's like a 4-minute video, y'all. That's it. And we're gonna go from that to Roxy mother, another short video, and then we're gonna chit chat a little bit, and then I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. This probably gonna be my quickest live in history. April, you haven't missed much. We just talking about Black is absolutely beautiful. Okay, you know that's part of the oppression and the, you know, that slavery mentality when they played, you know, the light skin versus the dark skin. You know, that was all part of the divide and conquer tactic that they used. So we're no longer allowing those things to go on in our community. Okay, we checking people right there on the spot. Family, friends, husbands, wives, children. We checking disrespect. That's what we doing. We got to check disrespect. That's the only way to put an end to all of this madness, this craziness, this trauma, these curses. You got to start talking about the truth. You got to address the elephant in the room. A lot of us got an old ass mammoth in our family. We never want to address this mammoth that y'all just want to keep having Sunday dinners and holidays coming around, and nobody want to address this motherfucking mammoth in the family. I don't get it. We got to start addressing this. We got to do it. Somebody got to do it. You say you don't allow colorism. Yeah, me either. Okay, so I got this video up now. Let me share my screen with y'all. Address the elephant in the room. Start telling the truth. Call names. Okay, don't be timid when you speak your truth. Ralph Smart, if anybody know who Ralph Smart is, he say, speak your truth even if your voice shake, even if you scared, say it anyway. Say it. I promise y'all, when I first started getting online talking about my experience, I wasn't whispering, but I wasn't as loud as I am now. But I still said what I needed to say. I still did. And that's how we got to address these generational curses, because they're going to keep lingering on. Inez, thank you for the donation. They're going to keep lingering on. You said address your previous comment. Girl, who is you talking to? It's a lot of people that commented besides you. Okay? You don't come in here telling me what to address. If I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to the comments, then that's just what it is. I'm not ignoring nobody. Won't you go address your family? I'm pretty sure with that attitude, y'all got some shit that y'all need to unravel too. Okay? Thinking somebody that you don't even know owe you something. Anyway, 7 years before. Okay, so this was 7 years before Naziah went missing. Okay, but we know it's been like 12. Okay, with Jernell questioning Shannon about Jarvis. So this is this news segment right here.
Right now, Jarvis Butts is awaiting trial for the murder and sexual abuse of Naziah Harris.
After listening to days of testimony last month, a judge called Butts a monster and said that opportunities to protect the 13-year-old girl were missed. Tonight, the 7 investigators are revealing years of warnings that preceded Butts' alleged crimes.
Warnings that family members say were made to Children's Protective Services that could have saved Naziah's life. Here's what 7 investigator Ross Jones has uncovered.
You look at that face and you do not see the horrors that she had gone through in her short life. The exploitation, the molestations, the sexual abuse, and the pregnancy that she was concealing.
Years before Jarvis Butts would be charged by Wayne County's prosecutor, accused of killing and sexually abusing 13-year-old Naziah Harris, Harris's own relatives say they saw the warning signs and told anyone who would listen.
So that at that point, I was like, this is too much. I'm calling CPS.
I tried not just once, but multiple times for them to take me serious in what I was saying.
Kewana Morton and her cousin Jernell are both relatives of Naziah Harris. In February of 2022, Jernell says she learned of allegations of improper touching involving butts and other small children. She says she was told about the claims while talking to her niece, Jarvis Butt's girlfriend, and that the alleged victims were Neziah Harris and 2 other children.
I was just like, oh my God, I was not crazy. This needs to be looked into.
She says she took the claim seriously in part because Butts was on the sex offender registry, having spent more than 8 years in prison for third-degree criminal sexual conduct. She didn't alert authorities at first because she believed her niece would notify police. But weeks later, Jernell did notify Child Protective Services. Her complaint came in on April 13, 2022. There was an incident at a birthday party, the complaint reads. One of the children that attended the party accused Jarvis of sexual abuse. Neziah, and name withheld, reported that Jarvis touched both of them inappropriately as well. Jarvis touched, name withheld, in her private area, and it hurt. Jernell made the complaint over the phone.
They basically told me if they needed me for anything else, they would reach out.
The next day, Jernell would receive a text from her niece, Butt's girlfriend, confirming that CPS had contacted her. CPS called me, the text reads. They called about the well-being of my kids. Then they called back to get Jarvis info. A CPS spokeswoman would not tell 7 News Detroit if investigators ever questioned Neziah Harris after receiving the complaint. But we do know it wasn't the only complaint filed with CPS, naming Jarvis Butts.
And it wasn't easy for me to call Protective Services just because of the horror stories that you hear.
Kewana Morton said she heard about the same allegations against Butts from a conversation with his girlfriend. 2 months after her cousins called to CPS, she would file her own complaint.
I told them that there's a problem and they need to be aware of it. I am 90% sure that there's sexual abuse going on within the home.
Did you specifically mention Jarvis by name?
Yes, absolutely.
Internal CPS records we obtained show that investigators looked into that complaint, conducting a face-to-face interview with Butts, who strongly denied the allegation. A forensic interview was conducted with the alleged victim, and no disclosures were made. CPS said the home was clean and free of observed safety concerns. The allegation was denied, assigned a low-risk level. These are 2 complaints of at least 5 filed with CPS since 2015, naming Jarvis Butts. They allege concerns about possible molestation, physical abuse, or living conditions. Some of the complaints are generic, and none would ultimately substantiate that Butts was improperly touching children. Just over a year after the last complaint on record, Butts would be charged with sexually assaulting and murdering Neziah Harris.
I'm brokenhearted because this could have been prevented. All of it could have been prevented.
Attorneys for Jarvis Butts declined comment for this story, citing his pending criminal case. As for CPS, a spokeswoman for the Department of Health and Human Services said that their hearts go out to the family and friends of Neziah Harris. It says that state and federal laws prohibit them from commenting on what we just reported, but that they are committed to ensuring the health and safety of all children. I'm Ross Jones, 7 News, Detroit.
Okay, y'all, did y'all hear that clearly, or do we need to play that again? Y'all good with that? I do have, if y'all want to see the, I'm gonna just pull it up for y'all. She said she had she got mixed kids. Look, I don't care nothing about that, okay? I don't care nothing about none of that. Okay? I'm a white woman, and I stopped reading. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fantasy. As far as I'm concerned, it's a fantasy. It is what it is. A lot of Caucasian women get with men because it's a black men because it's a fantasy and vice versa. Okay, and unfortunately, that's just what it is. Or some type of fetish. All right. And it ain't nothing personal. It's really not. It's really not nothing personal. We all have an opinion on it. There it goes in every household. Y'all don't really want me to say what I think about it. So I'm going to just be quiet. I'm going to be quiet for now. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let's see if I can zoom in or something. How do I zoom in? Oh, this is basically what the police report said. For those that want to read this. So it says, based on the investigative findings, there is not a preponderance of evidence to support. Okay, then go lay down. Can one of the mods put my cash app in the chat? Oh, no, go lay down. On the couch. You want to lay on the couch? Go right there. And get your blanket. Or you can lay right here, but you're going to have to be still. Hmm. You say, go ahead and say. He said, Jana said, what? Jana, please don't use the word color. Who in here using color? Did I say, I ain't say color, did I? You said you told her fetishize. Yeah. Antoinette, thank you. I got your cash app. King of Kings, mind your business. Anyway, so this right here says, just for the ones that can't see this, based on the investigative findings, there is not a preponderance of evidence to support the allegation of sexual abuse for, it's redacted here. So we're going to have to put our 2 and 2s together. So it says for blank by Jarvis, more than likely. Face-to-face interviews were conducted with both parents. So according to Mr. Butts, he has not seen the children. He has with Shannon, okay, in months. He stated he has not sexually abused any of the children in any way. He stated it's redacted here. Someone would say that about him. So maybe he said it's effed up that someone would say that about him, allegedly. He stated it doesn't look good either that when you look at him, he was convicted of a sex crime. However, that was 20 years ago. Nigga, you was actively molesting and raping everybody around you. Any hole you can stick it in, that's what you were doing. He's fucking delusional. According to redacted, was shocked at the allegations, and this was all new to her. So apparently Shannon was acting like it. I'm feeling like this blacked out area was Shannon's name. Okay. It says Shannon stated that her 3 oldest children ask for their father all the time, and he will come over every time they call him. Shannon stated that she and Mr. Butts have an open visitation policy. Jarvis stated that he has never came to her with any. So maybe she was saying her daughter, maybe Janiyah or Naziah, stated that they never came to her with any accusations against her father. So that must have been Janiyah or one of the other children. And she said, and neither have any of her other children. MDHSS, which is government assistance, sent a LEN, so LEN, to the Wayne County prosecutor and Detroit PD. MDHHS completed a referral to Kids Talk for one of the children names is here, and another child was, or something. I'm not sure what that is, but again, put y'all two and two together. It says it was forensically interviewed. There were no disclosures. A home assessment was completed. The home was clean and had working utilities and adequate supply of food and was free of any observed safety concerns. Safety plan was a safety plan. Okay. A plan was not created due to Mr. Butts not agreeing to be separated from his children. This case will be denied as a category. What number is that, y'all? The IV. What number is that? Whatever category with the low risk level. No one will be placed under central registry. It says the family was provided with DHS 1450 Pub 137 and a list of resources that can be used throughout the Macomb County. So because the house looked at, see, this is the problem. You see what they went according to. This is what they call preponderance of evidence. They got food in the house. They have adequate food in the house. They got working utilities. The house was clean. When does that equate to a safe environment? When does that override the fact that I said out his own mouth that he was convicted of a sex crime over 20 years ago? Whenever it happened, it happened. How does a convicted sex offender admit to being a sex offender override the fact that the house is clean, that the house got food in it, that the kids, that Shannon basically stating that, you know, her kids haven't said anything about it. He's a whole pedo, though. He should not have been allowed to be around them children at all. He was supposed to be a registered offender at the time of this investigation right here. Oh, category 4, but in room no, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Girl, listen, they can put a number, okay, for the English number. But this is crazy, and this is the collapse of the system right here. This is it. They don't care about the preponderance of evidence. They don't care about the fact that him being a sex offender should override everything that they notice within that house. A lot of us grew up in households where our parents was clean and they seemingly had took care of us. That don't mean shit wasn't happening. That mean you weren't getting beat and abused and assaulted and verbally abused, sexually abused. That doesn't mean anything. That's crazy right there. That is crazy. And like I said, y'all, I witnessed it myself. They don't care. You can have all the evidence in the world. The best thing that I feel like we should do at this point, if you're finding yourself in a situation having to deal with the court system, you have to get you a lawyer. It's like the courts do not honor you, your opinion, your preponderance of evidences. They don't honor none of that unless you have some type of representative. The attorneys run the court. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're up against right now, because the way that this system is laid out, it is not laid out for the best interest of the child. They're lying. They always say it's for the best interest of the child. Oh, we weigh the preponderances of evidence, and what we see is that everybody looks okay, everybody looks healthy, everybody looks like they're in a safe environment. What? This is how predators are able to slip through the system, slip and slide through the system, because of moments like this, and because they know it's not no real laws in place or people that genuinely care about the well-being of the child. The system is jacked up. The system is jacked up. You say that was right here. It says there was an incident at the birthday party. One of the children that attended the birthday accused Jarvis of sexual abuse. It says Naziah and another child, I think this might have been the time when it was his actual child, reported that Jarvis touched both of them inappropriately as well. Jarvis touched redacted name in her private area, and it hurt. This was never reported. Jarvis is a sex offender and a felon. Okay, they got this under allegation, and then it's the comments: a maltreatment, sexual abuse. They have the evidence. They talking about the kids. The kids ain't say what. It clearly state right here that in this statement right here that a child did say that. It says Shannon is the mother of them. Jarvis is the father of maybe it was Janiah. I'm gonna say allegedly, okay, but it's redacted right there. And it say and lives outside of Jarvis is the father of who? And lives outside of the house. So this must have been the time. Say Naziah is the niece of Shannon and lives outside of the home. So this was another child that lives outside of the home. Okay. It could have been his daughter. No, because they're saying that the daughter that he touched is now in her 20s, but she's pressing charges against her father from when he touched her when she was like 8. Okay. So whoever this child is, they wasn't living in the house. Okay. But it's the father. Jarvis is the father of this child. Okay. And Naziah. So neither one of these kids at the time was living with Shannon. So this must have been when Shannon was living out in Mount Clemens in that apartment. Okay. Yeah, I see the comments, but I can't read them all right now. Hold on. It says, okay, so this was evidence right here. When was this? This says phone, okay, 1/27/2017. It says Black American other child. Okay. It got a no right there. That was a male. And then it got 11/29/2018. So I wonder is these, what is these? Not related, biological son, biological daughter, biological son. Okay, then they got no's down here. So I wonder if that could be that they asked them about these children and they didn't find any assaults with them that had happened. Clinton Township, Mount Clemens, who cares? Okay, it was out there somewhere. It wasn't. The point is, Naziah was not living with Shannon. Okay, Mount Clemens, Clinton Township, Shelby Township, Charter Township. Okay, don't care. What do y'all think that mean right there? Can y'all see this part right here? He says Shannon wasn't worried about her being pregnant. She knew what to do. Her mom was going to help Jarvis. Couldn't go to jail. He said these politicians and CPS are down with it, and we all know that child molesters aren't going to hold child molesters accountable for exactly. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Bye, Marvel. Not gonna play with you. Tell me to get some shit right. Go do your own fucking video and you get the shit right. I don't give a damn about where they used to live. The point is, they got the evidence right here. They got the evidence right here. You worry about where the fuck she was living at. She wasn't even, Neziah wasn't even living with Shannon at this time, and she was getting touched by Jarvis. It clearly states it right here. So Shannon can never say that she didn't know. We got the evidence right here, which we already had decided on that anyway, based off how she reacted. Okay? Who gives a fuck about where she used to live? The fact is that predator and that monster was amongst the children. Couldn't even be kids. Couldn't even be kids and at a birthday party, enjoying themselves without worrying about a man coming to touch them. And she said it hurt. That's crazy. And none of the adults seen this. You seen this. Let me put my face on here, because Shannon, if you ever see my content, I want you to know. I want you to know exactly who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, Shannon. I pray God you get to my content one day. I pray God you do. You's a nasty, trifling, low down piece of a woman. And I'm being nice because you knew exactly what was going on with Neziah and them other children. You wanted a man so bad that you was willing to sacrifice everybody, including yourself. You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off. This type of behavior, that nonchalant ass attitude. Somebody need to knock her head between the washer and dryer, pull it back out, stick it in a motherfucking toilet, and then I'm not violent though. I ain't violent, y'all. But it really pisses me off. This is not cool. This is not cool. Mm-mm. All right. Let me enlarge my screen again, because y'all. And then they talking about, you say if they call Kim Worthy and give her some concrete info. She got the concrete info. That's a lie. She said out her own mouth, and I can play that video back. They are done with the investigation. They have their one and only suspect, which is Jarvis. That's what they said. That's what Kim Worthy said out her own mouth. Now, what's going to happen at trial, we shall see. But she said they got their one and only suspect. Telling y'all, it's these systems. It's the systems that we subscribe to unknowingly and willingly. We do. We do. Whether we realize it or not. We subscribe to these systems. And guess what? They do us in. They do our children in. And marching around ain't gonna get the job done. We done marched. We done marched all around the United States. We done marched. That's not the answer. We need laws to be changed. And I'm not talking about change the law so it can best suit the law. And I'm not talking about change the law so it can work for the people. Because when the law say the people, they talking about them. They not talking about us. The inclusion is the illusion. It's a lie. We're not included with the people. Okay? The fact of the matter is, when you go to court, you're literally not a human being. You're not a person. You're a straw man. Okay? You're a straw man. You do not exist in their law. Okay? I need y'all to get that. So marching around ain't gonna cut it. So Jarvis allegedly brother says Shannon and somebody else took a plea deal and nailed him around. They working with the prosecutors, man. They working with the prosecutors. They wanna hang Jarvis. That's what they want to do. They want to hang Jarvis alone. Okay? Because they're sick in the mind. This law is sick. It's ran by fucking narcissists and energy siphon demons. They are sick in the mind. Okay? These people sign when you work for the law, you're basically taking an oath to uphold their law. They don't give a damn about you as a person or us. They don't. It's about money, power, and control. That's it. They gonna hold exactly. They gonna cover their own before anything else. They don't care about the people. They are the people. They the people. We're the straw man. We're the fucking what you call it, scarecrows in a courtroom. We are. They're the people. That's just facts. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Go look it up. You can download a PDF of the Black Law Dictionary and go look it up. Go look up the word people. Hell, go look up the word law. Just go look up stuff. So we got to figure out a way to make a change that's really for the people and the children. Roxy have a child about Jarvis. Like, I ain't finna entertain that. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So this is what the phone said. In case you guys missed that, let me enlarge my screen. Okay. This is what the text said. So the green is Jernell and the light gray is Shannon. Okay, this is April 14, 2022. All right. Somewhere in there. And basically, Shannon texts Jernell and says CPS called her. What they say is what Jernell responded. Shannon said they called about the well-being of my kids. Then they called back to get Jarvis's info. And then the continuation of that text was, I was trying to figure out who she called, but I don't know. It's blurred out. I called such and such. Said mama called her. And she had to talk to her. What do y'all think she was talking about right there? I don't know. Say, I bet money that them twins and they mammy are going to be able to walk around and say, look, they're going to be protected. They definitely need to pay for everything they did and allow to all of these children. All of these children. Okay? My laptop going to die in a minute. I ain't charge it up. Okay? So that's that. In case you missed it on the screen. I've already read the say Black women and our daughter. Hey, Tamika. Black women and our daughters are the most unprotected people on earth. Absolutely. And it's quite crazy as hell that we're the creators of this earth in this realm. If it weren't for the Black woman's vajayjay, would none of these other races exist without us. And that's facts. That's facts. You can go check your white scientists for that. And they're going to tell you that DNA don't lie. That DNA don't lie. That's why we got to heal. We got to take our power back, and we got to stop letting these systems, these fake ass laws, you know, these people that's going against nature and natural law. We got to take our power back. That's just what it is. As the divine feminists that we are. And take and demand our respect. We get too disrespected out here, mistreated, abused, looked over, but they want to copy everything we do though. Y'all want to copy everything we do, but don't want to give us credit, don't want to give us our respect. No, I'm gonna take my throne back. I'm already on my throne. Is y'all? I'm on my throne. It's just a matter of time before I get enough thrones around me for shit starts shaking and happening around this motherfucker for real. I got mine. No, they fucked around and let me find out. They fucked around and let me learn how to read and understand that there's a lot of double speak going on, y'all. It's a lot of double speak, especially with the law, okay? Especially with the law. We don't know, a lot of us don't even know what the words be meaning for real. And as long as we're ignorant, they're going to keep pulling that veil over our eyes. They're going to keep doing exactly what they're doing. Say, you got your throne, Tiana, period. I need women on their thrones. I need the goddesses on their throne. We got to take this shit back by force. This ain't no game. Okay? I don't bring y'all this awareness and doing what I do for no other reason other than us to realize how serious it is, how common it is, what needs to be done. We absolutely need to be on one accord. We cannot allow the manipulations and tricks to divide us any longer. Not no man, not no pick-me woman either. A pick-me woman is just as dangerous as a Jarvis, as far as I'm concerned. A desperate woman is just as dangerous to the sisterhood of the sovereign goddesses who know who they are and not easily manipulated and tricked out of their power. Don't need them type of women around me. Don't need a Shannon around me at all. You're not to be trusted. If you don't know how to be by yourself, you're not to be trusted at this point. And I get it. We all need to learn how to be by ourselves at one point. We really do. Not be codependent. No more mammies. No. It's so bothersome. That's what it should do, Wendy. But you know how it go. When you ain't supporting their narrative and you counterproductive to enslavement, they don't push your content out too quickly. They don't. They do the same thing to me on TikTok, child. That's why I don't be on there like that. That's why I don't even be on there. Yes, learn to be on your own. We have to learn to be on our own and become our own individual selves, okay? We have to learn that to think for ourselves and critically think how we're going to be in a collective group of women with a bunch of pick-me's, women that's scared, they don't know their power, depending on somebody else to think for them, feeling like they don't have the power to control their themselves, to show up for themselves. Like no, I need critical thinkers around me. I really do. Okay. Say no distractions. No distract, not easily distracted. Okay. You got your eye on the prize. We tunnel vision with this shit. We in it to win it by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Because they want us to fall and keep falling for the illusion that we are powerless. No, we are powerful. We are powerful together. Y'all can see it. Our children need us. Our community need us. It's the women that holds the community together. It's the women. We are the blueprint. We are the foundation. We are the leaders. It's women. Why do you think they go so hard on us to keep us divided, conquered, with low self-esteem, no self-worth, depending on a man? That's false. Do her story. Check your her story, not his history. Check your story. Check your story. We come from a bloodline of ancient warriors and leaders that were women. And the men, they honored women. The men, the divine men and masculines, they honor women. Any man that is in opposition to what I am saying, he's not a divine masculine. He's a Jarvis. Okay, that's how we decipher the two. Either you a divine masculine or you a Jarvis. Period. Because a divine masculine knows the truth. Absolutely time for a new strategy. We're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Fear has been taking over our community. Okay? Fear. We got to be fearless. We got to be bold. We got to be confident in what we're doing and what we're saying. And we have to be very strategic because our opposition is very strategic. Me, I'm a one-man army. I'm literally a one-woman army. But I need other women who are on that same mentality. You get what I'm saying? We need each other in that sense. We need each other. Say either you or Marcus. Can't even get out. Malcolm X or Jarvis. Look, it's literally that simple. We not gonna make it complicated. We not gonna keep allowing these men to complicate our minds, complicate our community, complicate and jeopardize our children, our women. We can't do that. Thank you for the gift. I see the $20. Thank you for the super sticker. We can't. We don't have time. We don't have time for this. We don't. Learn to recognize manipulation in real time. Real time. Okay? If they are trying to manipulate you, you're going to feel it. Your body's going to tell you that they're trying to oppress you. Anybody that's trying to oppress your mind is your opposition. They're your op. We're gonna make this black and white. Black and white. We ain't got to confuse none of it. The great mother energy, source energy is very simple. It's not complicated. We see the evidence for what it is, and we call it how we see it, how we feel it. It is what it is. See, patriarchy tell us that we need to censor the man. Patriarchy tell us that women are not nothing if they don't have a man. I beg to differ. I've become all that I am and all that I will be without a man. So I know that's a lie. I'm at my happiest, my most freest, my most authentic self without a man being in my presence. And that's not to say, don't confuse that with I hate them. No. But the average man that we encounter on a day-to-day is a manipulator. And that's facts. The average man. And I said what I said. The average man is a manipulator that you encounter on a day-to-day basis. So, how you should be approaching this is why I say too, everybody guilty until proven innocent. Allow people to show you who they are. See, the law got it backwards. The law say you're innocent to proven guilty. This is why we got a Jarvis. This is why we got a Jarvis. And a million of Jarvis is walking around free. With buku evidence. And the law still telling them they innocent till proven guilty. Excuse me? No, you guilty. You're a manipulator. Anybody that's seeking to manipulate somebody is trying to oppress their mind. If they're not manipulating you to inspire you, okay? If they're not telling you how to be your greatest version of yourself and how to get out of mental enslavement, they're your opposition. It's not no in between. And then you got people that say, oh, people can manipulate you for good things. Well, I just explained it to you. If they message is if they're manipulating you, they're your op for your detriment. Okay. We got to stop chasing the bag. We got to put down the advice of chasing and manipulating a man for money. That's highly dangerous. And it places not only you in danger, but your children in danger. Okay? Decenter the man, decenter money, and decenter materialistic things. Okay? That's the 3 M's. Okay? Men, money, materialistic gain. All of that needs to be decentered. All of it. Okay? 3 M's. Write it down if you need to. Money, men, materialistic shit. Never going to ever tell y'all to manipulate a man out his bag. Why? Because I know a woman is dying every 4 hours to the hands of a man. Woman and child. These men are ruthless. These men are dangerous. And I'm not sugarcoating the shit for nobody. Never. Okay? They will get with you to get to your children. Don't even like you. They will get money. Become successful just to attract certain type of women to manipulate them and abuse them. You don't think they know what to do to manipulate you while you think you're trying to manipulate them out their money and about their pocket? No. 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 We got to stop. We got to stop. We need our own community of women. Okay? We need our own community of women where we can lean and depend on our own community of women if we're going to depend on anybody. That's what I'm trying to do. We need resources, real resources. I don't need my sisters going out street walking, meeting men online, getting with men just for money. Oh no, we need something. We need something, and we need it quickly, expeditiously. We needed it lifetimes ago. Our women are dying at a rapid rate. I really need y'all to digest that. At a rapid raped. I was almost one of them. I was almost one of them. That fucking demon tried to take my life several times. And it wasn't because I hit him. It wasn't because I did anything to him. Some of these men really just hate women. Because they hate their mammies, so they hate women. Some men literally do hate women. It's not because of something you say or do. And society tells the man that he has power, dominance, and control over the woman. And in order to get her in line, what do? They abuse you physically, psychologically. They tear down your confidence. They belittle you. They want to intimidate you. They want to keep you in a mind state of fear. Right? Does that not sound like slavery? That's what our oppressors did to our ancestors when they were enslaved. Whenever they got they called them getting under the spell. When they have a desire to be free from slavery, they called it a spell. Like it wasn't their birthright to be free. So when they became under the spell, they had to take physical abuse to get them back in line. Sick. Men have taken on the same spirit of our oppressors. Men have taken on the same spirit of our oppressors. This is how they're able to keep the women in line in the household and have the woman submitted to the man like she ain't a god. Like the black woman ain't the creator of all this shit. Get her confused because of psychological abuse, because of physical abuse. I'm here to tell you, black woman, you truly are a nine-ether being, first of all. A copper color being. Black is really not the right term, but I say that because most people go by black, but that's really not the right term. Okay? But you are the creator. You are the goddess. You. They've been lying to you. They've been abusing you, mistreating you because of the power that they know that you have. And they've been tricking you to believe that you are not. I don't know who you talking about, Derry, who I need to remove. You know, only people get mad about this type of truth is the ones that don't want to face the truth. Or it directly affects and debunk any mindset, you know, that you've been led to believe. I'm here to tell the truth, and I don't care who it offends. Because what is you gonna do to me? What Monique say? I guarantee you can't beat me up. I play too much. Let me stop playing. But for real, like, what is you gonna do? Okay, because the truth is the truth. I don't care how you feel about it. Because just like they've been going all of these years, trying to manipulate, suppress, depress, oppress black women, our goddesses, our melanated beings. Okay? Why do you think that they've been going out of their way to suppress our people? For the fuck of it? You think they've been doing it for the fuck of it? Or they've been doing it for a reason because they know who the fuck we is? Huh? They know who he is. We forgot who we was. But I'm here to wake that shit up. My mouth is here to wake that shit up. And I don't care if you don't like it. Go find somebody else comment. Don't go find somebody else comment section and go where you want it. Go where you feel like you're included at. This is why most men don't want to deal with me. Because I'm going to talk that shit. Somebody just put that in the comment. I'm going to talk that shit. And that's why a lot of men can't handle a woman who, like me, you know what I mean? Who speak the truth, who speaks the facts. Okay? They can't handle that. I am a full chaos being. I know who I am. Better wake up. And y'all better realize who y'all subscribing to, because I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. But those who get it, get it. That's why y'all still here. And I love y'all for that. But the ones that don't get it, they're going to always try to silence your voice. They're going to always try to belittle you, even in the comments. They're going to try to make you feel less than, try to shut you up. You can't do that over here. I worked too hard to get my throat chakra activated. It's fully activated. It's never going to stop. I worked too hard to align myself. Okay? You ain't talking to a person that don't walk this walk. I talk it and I walk it. So of course they not gonna be quick to push out a person content like mine. I don't do this shit for clout. I do this shit for truth, for justice, divine order. And you're right. I refuse to be silenced. I'm not gonna ever be silenced again. I am over the people pleasing. I am over giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm over all of that shit. $144 on the timer, y'all. That's that 9 energy. Yeah. It's that primordial energy. The great mother. Run all up and through my veins. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. Your family done sugarcoated shit for 400 years. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. I'm not here to coddle your feelings either. Hey, Blazing. No. It's time to wake up. Been time to wake up. You see, look, let's highlight him, because I want y'all to see that's another tactic that they'll use. You start speaking up, you start telling the truth that you are the God, the indigenous 9 ether woman. She's the God. If it wasn't for her portal, you wouldn't even be here to breathe in her element of air. If it wasn't for that woman's portal, you wouldn't even be here. Okay? So I want y'all to see what they'll do. They'll call you broken. They'll want you to shut up. They'll say, who sent you? I seen that comment too. The great mother sent me. That's who sent me. That's who sent me. Because she know. I ain't for nobody's bullshit. And like I said, I work hard to get to this place. She ain't gonna have anybody advocating for her. For the great mother, you got to be in alignment. You got to do the work. You must be initiated. And that's facts. You must rise in your consciousness. You must. It's not no way around it. Okay? So not only was I sent, I was gifted. And that's just for anybody. Anybody can, when y'all catch this replay, anybody got anything to say about that? It is what it is. You feel however you feel. I'm not here to coddle your feelings. Your mama should have did that. That's that mommy womb speaking. Okay, that's that mommy wound speaking, and you need to go heal that shit so you can hear the truth and not get offended. Go start loving yourself. You deserve to be loved. Go love yourself and stop looking for other people to give you that love that your mama should have gave you, and start loving yourself. I'm gonna get my charger. I'll be right back. That's the thing. Most men, most of the people, including the men, needs healing. Okay. Don't look for me to give you what your mama should have gave you. That be your problem. Trying to get in relationships with women so she can replicate your mammy. She ain't your mama. She is not your mother. Trying to have somebody duplicate and be a doppelganger of your mammy. Boy, please. I got 4 kids and that's it. Not raising nobody's son. I'm not catering to your son how your mama catered to you and how she didn't do it. I'm not trying to fill in no spaces that your mama left abandoned. That ain't me. The only people in this world that gets that is the ones that came out of my portal. They're entitled to that. These men be too entitled because patriarchy told your ass that women are supposed to be your fucking slaves. We ain't your slave. We ain't your maid. We ain't your goddamn cooks either. We ain't your mammy. Somebody got it confused. Now, if I want to do it, that's different. But is it my duty and my responsibility? Hell no. Told y'all better know who y'all subscribing to, because this ain't that. You better go check my TikTok. You better go find out who you subscribing to, child. Now, where is this video at? Absolutely. It is our responsibility as mothers to raise our children. Especially being that most men get with women and leave the woman to raise the children any goddamn way. Okay, where is this video at? A lot of us be single, married anyway. What are you benefiting? What are you literally benefiting from being married? Nothing. Besides a goddamn headache, depression, anxiety, high blood pressure, diabetes, stress, breast cancer, all of that bullshit because you with a man that stressed you the fuck out and you already got kids that you gotta raise and his ass be there and don't help you with shit. He expects you to do every goddamn thing and work a full-time job. Get the hell up out of here with that shit. I don't know who the fuck, but no. Mm-mm. No. Right. Like then they ask, then they talk about you for doing that, Durga. It's like, damn if you do, damn, I don't care. Talk. Do what you gotta do to make you feel better and be able to digest this shit. But I would not procreate with you. Okay? going around dropping they seed every goddamn where. Answer that. Listen, got me on here longer than I was trying to be kept on here. Well, you thought wrong, Jana. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Ain't you the same one that says you love black men? Huh? Why do you love black men? Well, let's all put the spotlight on Jana. We got a roach in the chat, y'all. Put some roaches in the chat. Let's give Jana her moment. Jana, tell me why you love black women. I need some roaches in the chat because we got a roach. We got a roach in here. Oh my goodness, y'all. I made myself laugh, child. I'm serious. Put some motherfucking roaches in the chat. You better find that emoji. We got a roach. There we go. Go ahead, Jana. We waiting. Because you got a whole lot to say. You got a whole lot to say about you loving a black man. Why do you love black men, Jana? We waiting. Y'all, look, they dropping the roaches too. They want to hear this. What? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why you love black men. And I don't want you to talk about that eggplant. Because we already know how they slinging. We don't want you to talk about that eggplant. Why do you love black men? Oh, okay. She ain't got nothing to say now. Take the eggplant off the table. Why you love them? Oh, okay. Thought so. I thought so. Anyway, exactly. Because she really don't have a reason. They really don't be having a reason for real, y'all. A real logical reason that's going to make sense. Outside the fact that they have something that's appealing aesthetically. You have nothing in common. Culturally, nothing. You don't know what it's like to be a dark-skinned person in America, in the world. You don't know. But yet, you want to be with a black man, you a black man lover. Really? And then you can't even tell us why? Are you out here advocating for black people? Are you correcting your white friends and family behind closed doors? Or you just want the mixed children? Or you just want the look? Because just like we got ancestors, y'all got ancestors too. And to my knowledge, your ancestors want shit to come how they treated mine. Answer that. Okay. Look, facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. If you're going to be here and you're going to be a Caucasian person and you're going to sit back and you're going to observe, you're going to learn. Your ancestors been studying us for centuries. So just take their advice and sit back and learn. If you want to support the community, figure out how you can really support the community and stand up for our black children, for our black women. Demand that your white fellow counterpart people, whoever, demand that they give us the respect that we deserve. Do that. Do that footwork. Correct the bullshit that your ancestors passed down to you. Help change the way that your I'm not even gonna say help to change the way that your people feel about our people. It ain't because I don't really care about having their respect. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to force nobody to respect me that don't naturally respect me. You know what I mean? I don't want that, because then it seems fake and it seems forced. They feel like we don't deserve respect and regard. They have scientists that studied our ancestors and said that we were basically like mutations of them, comparing us to animals, when they are the ones that's they are the ones that's the Neanderthals. They are. Y'all had studied our Black ancestors. Listen, if you lost, I don't care if you lost, okay? I don't care if you lost. This is what I do on my live. Because this is not just about Naziah, okay? It is about Naziah, but it's also about the facts. That it's all about the experiences that we have as a collective of Black people. Okay, so I address whatever I want to address, and I'm gonna bring it back full circle as well. So if you're not understanding what I'm saying, leave. I'm saying to you, if you are a Caucasian person, you are indeed a Neanderthal. It's nothing confusing about that. You are a Neanderthal. You might not like the way I'm saying it to you, but go Google it. Google gonna tell you the same shit. Your scientist knows this. Y'all just don't want to see the truth. We are the superior. We are. If we want to go based off DNA. Okay? They feel disrespected. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? I said facts over feelings. So respect, okay, where you come from. They mutated our DNA to create mutations of us. They took our mitochondrial DNA and created you. They placed us in labs, treated us like we was lab rats, because they fear. When I say they, I'm talking about white people. They fear, and these white scientists, so-called scientists, they ain't no damn scientists, but they fear being extinct. They fear it. Why do you think they still want to buy our eggs? Why do you think they want to do the things that they do with our plasmas, our blood, our body parts? Literally eating our body parts. Literally. They are not scientists. They are thieves. Been stealing. And so I say to y'all, who's the real criminal? Who's the real criminal here? This is what this platform is about. It's about exposing these dark secrets and this wickedness that's been going on and these veils that's been over our eyes for lifetime after lifetime. And they've been telling us that we're the criminals when they're the criminals that's creating the laws. It's criminals that's creating all of this bullshit. And you want to tell us that we're the criminals? You're looking at, you call us black, knowing that's not what we are. Knowing that we're indigenous to this land. Knowing that we nine ether beings. We are straight from the cosmos. We are the cosmos. You want to sit up in here and try to demean me? I'm my ancestors. My ancestors manifest through me all the time. They're doing it right now. They'll do it through you too, if you allow them. They have done enough. And Lisa, it's really no hate. It's really no hate, for real. It's about respect. It's about facts. It's about truth. It's about justice. It's about natural order. It's about cosmic law. Exactly, Durga. We are the gods. We are literally stardust. Literally. Come on now. Yeah, don't assume I'm going to talk about what you want, because I've already played the video that I wanted to play. So you can rewind and go back to the beginning. But this is a real spiritual channel where I talk about real things. And I also give wisdom. Well, she quiet now. Be quiet. Just come in and sit down. Come in and sit down. Grab your notebook and your pen. Learn you something. That be the thing. Motherfuckers be so quick to talk and have some type of rebuttal, and you don't even be listening. You don't even be listening. Deal with the facts. Cause what you not talking to is an idiot. Now I never say I know everything. However, I do have access to divine intelligence. Okay? I do have access. So therefore, what I say, only the real can relate. Only the ones who are actively seeking knowledge will relate to anything that comes out of my mouth. Not the ones that's trying to waddle in their ego. Not the ones that's still looking for justifications at the church. Not the ones that still getting down on your knees praying to a God because you don't realize that you are the God. You are a manifestation of God. Source. And if you still confused on that, go meditate. Get up off your knees and go meditate. There's a such thing as a lower ego and a super ego. When I say ego, I'm talking about the lower ego. The distorted ego. The part of you that was created out of trauma. Once you heal and you get to a certain level of awareness and ascension, your ego will then become your slave, and you will know how it's almost like it's like that saying in the Bible, Satan, get thee behind me, in a sense. It's like, okay, now you in the driver's seat. The ego is not leading you. And now you're able to use the ego, the super ego, to work for you. Because I do believe that we need the super ego to a certain extent. It's like we have to be able to know, how to operate, how to navigate. It's almost like it works with your discernment. Yeah. You said you listening, but you hear more talking down. You hear more talking down because of your level of comprehension. You hear more of me talking down because of your level of comprehension and discernment. See, people might listen to me and say, oh, she's angry. Oh, I can't understand you because you're talking down on me. No, your ego is fragile and it doesn't want you to accept and hear the truth. Your ego is fragile. It doesn't want you to accept and hear the truth. So my passion that I have that is being exuded out of me is being perceived as anger. It's being perceived as rage. An angry black woman, because that's what they told you an angry black woman acts and looks like when she's a passionate chaos being. We are passionate chaos beings by nature. So if you feel like I'm attacking you, then you need to check your ego. Because I have not said not one thing to you in particular that will make you feel like I'm ostracizing you from the whole collective of people that's listening right now. That's what the ego do. It distorts your perception and how you hear things, how you see things, how you receive things, and how you give out things. It's not an attack. The truth can feel like an attack to a person that is operating in their ego. I'm going to say that again. The truth can feel like an attack. Let me play this other video for y'all. I'm about to play Rock's mother. It's about 14 minutes or so. Not too long. Definitely projecting insecurity in the comment section. Definitely is. But see, I'm too solid for it. I maybe about 5 years ago, these comments would have affected me. They do absolutely nothing to me when y'all try to attack me, try to belittle me, try to minimize me. They do absolutely nothing to me. It makes me talk even more and even louder. Because those who get it, get it. I speak from a place of passion. I speak from a place of unconditional love. That's what truth is. That's what truth is. Truth is passion and unconditional love. I wouldn't be showing you unconditional love if I didn't tell you the truth. Because I want you to be your greatest version of yourself. So I have to tell you the truth. The great mother don't show no respect to person when it comes to that. I have to sit myself down and sit with the truth myself. It don't always feel good. Spirit always check me. I always get checked. It requires a certain level of humbleness to be able to be used as a vessel of spirit. I don't know what everybody else doing, but I know for a fact that it requires a certain level of humbleness. You must be humble. You say they not like us. Facts. That's facts. So for you to perceive the truth as disrespect, That just shows me where your level of thinking is. It just exposes that to me. And that's okay, because we all on different paths and journeys, different levels. So it is what it is. All skin folk definitely ain't kinfolk. That's facts. I say that all the time. Right. Like tone police. And look, I'm a very mindful person of what I say, how I say it, when I say it. I'm very mindful of that. My intentions is never to harm or hurt you. It's to light a fire inside of you so that you can grow. That's it. Not here to judge you. This is a safe space for you. But you will not attack me in my comments. You will not try to belittle me in my comments, and you will not distort my words or my energy so that it could serve your ego and make you feel comfortable in your ego. You will not get the chance to do that. So be very mindful of what you type in. I'm not just talking to you, Aisha, because you're not the only one that just came in and started typing and didn't know what was going on. Okay. And not to mention, y'all, I'm a Scorpio and I got a whole lot of fire in my chart. This is literally, I am the embodiment of that. Okay. Which we all have all signs within us. But my main energies is water and fire. Whole lot of fire. Whole lot of passion. So once I get started, I go. Okay. Now, she 5'2" and she feisty. That's what people say. Oh, you feisty. Yeah, I'm feisty. I can be.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Go ahead and hit the like.
I'll fast forward it a little bit. I don't know. This shit acting real stupid. I might have to start it over.
Roxy was on marked to like, subscribe, and share, and
We
hit the
got more roaches
notification
in
bell
the
so
chat.
each and every time I drop a video.
Say we got Leo, Virgo. What else we got? Who in the chat? Thank you, Amazing Grace. We got a lot of fire in here.
It really
In the
is
chat.
impossible. I mean, really
What
impossible
happened?
to describe the whole.
Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio. What happened to my video? Capricorn, Taurus, Sag. Look, we got a variety. Aries. I'm trying to see where this. Okay. All right, y'all. I had to start it over. You say, wish y'all big three. Say she may sound like we upset. It's just passion, literally. You see how I'm chill now? They try to call me crazy. Oh, you was just yelling. Yeah, because I was passionate about what I was saying. I'm still passionate, but I'm chilling. I'm a Scorpio. I'll be chilling, y'all. I be chilling. But yeah, we got some things to do. We need to get busy. We need to get busy. I need the women, I need the goddesses to join a community. If you can't afford that community, send me a message. Okay, we got to figure out something. We have to figure out something, and I need some loyal goddesses in the Sisters of Isis dynasty is what I'm calling it. But it's like, and that's for a reason, you know, because words means things, and the energy behind what we say. So we got to really start putting some action behind our words.
That's what that was about.
Well, she had been saying that. Was that her first time seeing her in the flesh, but in between the social media stuff, and that's why she was being calm with her? Because if it was me, I wouldn't be able to keep my composure, family or not. I would just have so many emotions.
Yeah, that's what that was about. But see, when you gotta understand what the mission is, to not react to your feelings. When you put your own feelings and your own emotions in a situation that needs to be resolved and we need answers, you got to be professional about it. You got to think about what you're going to do, what you're going to say, because you already know this individual don't think the way that they should think and don't do the right thing. So you got to come down to their level and stay calm so they can understand, hey, you need to do the right thing. This is your niece. Your niece is not living.
Great.
So it wasn't about her trying to kick it with Shannon and be, lovey-dovey with Shannon. It was about getting Shannon to realize that she needs to cut ties off the Jarvis, regardless of her having children with this monster or not, that she needs to tell everything that she knows.
Thank you. That was my question. Y'all can drop me. Thank you for your answer. That was very straightforward.
Shoot.
Okay. Is Nazaya deceased, or everyone is just pronouncing her deceased because they don't know yet?
Is this a little girl or an adult?
Definitely a kid.
I have a question though for you.
Oh, my name.
Roxy, Mom, I have a question for you though, real fast. I want to know, how long did you know Jarvis? You probably answered it before, but I wasn't here. I want to know, how long did you know him?
It wasn't that I even knew Jarvis personally. I didn't associate with Jarvis. If I was over there at the house or he was over there at the house, he wouldn't really even look at me. He was ghostly.
Oh, so you guys never had any interaction or never had a conversation at all?
No. What I'm gonna have a conversation with him for?
Because he's around your family members, so I was just asking, so how long, as in like, how long, like, months or days or like years, how long did you know him? I just get his mama.
Oh Lord, I'm on mute.
He's around my family members, but he's not in my household. That was Shannon's boyfriend, which means he's not related to me. Didn't need to question him or try to be up under him. That was Shannon's boyfriend. I didn't feel to have no contact with him like that.
Okay, so how long has you known him as Shannon's boyfriend, as like when you first heard about him?
When I first heard about him or met him, Shannon had already had 3 children by him.
Yes, and I was saying from that day to this day, how long has that been since you know that Shannon has been talking to Jarvis?
Okay, so look, me and Shannon, we stay in 2 different households on 2.
Yes, and I was saying from that day to this day, how long has that been since you know that Shannon has been talking to Jarvis?
Okay, so look, me and Shannon, we stay in 2 different households on 2 different sides of town. I stay west, she stay east. I'm a truck driver, which means I'm not in town like that.
Yeah, but
Y'all are absolutely right in the comments. I see y'all saying they silenced the little baby that called and asked the question. She didn't ask anything disrespectful. I don't know why they just ignored her like that. She's probably was her friend of, it could have been a friend of Naziah or anything. Like, why would they just ignore her like that? And they probably dropped her down from the live. That was crazy to me.
I'm saying you're not answering the question. What I'm asking you is like, how long? Like, I've been knowing this guy talking to her for a year, 6 months, a month or two. Like, how long has you been knowing them to be talking?
What I'm saying.
And I'm gonna pause it again because y'all heard her say that she was just visiting over there with Shannon and them. She wasn't concerned about Jarvis. She didn't talk to Jarvis. Jarvis didn't talk to her. And basically, Shannon's not her daughter. So it was no reason for her to converse with him. A lot of our families do that. They don't converse with the person that our family member is dating. Or you will walk into a family and everybody's silent. They don't really want to get to know you either. It's just this awkwardness that be going on amongst the family dynamics that I have picked up on myself.
I'm saying is that the first time I met him, Shannon had already had 3 children by him.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, as in the date, like, how long has you been knowing them to be together?
I don't know how long they've been together. That's not something for me to keep up with.
Wow. Okay, well, I was asking that because I want to know, for someone to be around a person of your family member that long, when a person know a person's name or know anything, been around my family, we look their name up. We're gonna look their name up. Who is this guy? What he do for work? What he do in life? Like, anything, just to know who around our family. So it's like, I want to know. Nobody took the time out at any time to Google his name or look up what he are, to be around the people that they love and want to protect. So that's what I was getting to.
No, I'm not gonna do that. You know how many cousins I got? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that for none of my cousins, because at the end of the day, that's their choice.
Now y'all hear what she's saying? This is a problem. She said clearly, no, I'm not going to do that. A lot of our families feel like that's not my business. That's their business. The young man that's speaking, asking her, he don't sound like he's coming from a place of being nosy with the family member. It's out of concern. You must be concerned about your family member. Why would you be around in a house with a man that you don't know, you don't talk to, you ain't asking no questions about? You don't care. That's a problem.
Choice of who they mess with. Now,
yes,
had that
it's not
been
about
hold on. Had that been my daughter or my daughters, that might have been a different story. Shannon and them, they're not my kids. They're not my children. They're my cousins. They're my little cousins, in fact. So their own mother should have investigated who they were dating.
Understandable.
Not me.
You're right about that. That's understandable. People have different looks at things. Even if it's my little cousins or anything, especially knowing that they don't have their parents in their life, I'm always want to try to protect them, try to do a little extra mile. But I understand where you're coming from, though. Thank you for your answer, though.
All right.
I felt like he was very, very persistent with he wanted a certain answer. And I feel like she was trying to go around the fact she knew exactly what he was asking her. She was just trying to be manipulative with her answer. She knew what he was asking. He was trying to figure out, why weren't you concerned about your family member? And again, I say it still goes back to colorism. She thinks she cute. Her and Roxy. That's just the facts, okay? That's what I'm picking up from it. They don't feel like it's their responsibility to care for, especially their dark-skinned family members. They don't feel like it was necessary to take that extra mile. Oh, but if it was my light-skinned pretty daughters, I would have definitely took out the time to make sure that he wasn't a predator. That was for her mother to do. That wasn't for me to do. Bitch, you was around him, though. You was around him. That's your family. This is Roxy's mother. So if her mother had this mindset, you best believe Roxy got this mindset too. That's why they sat around for all of these years and ain't do nothing. That's what he was asking her. Well, how long you knew Jarvis? Oh, I met him after Shannon had already had 3 kids. Okay, so you should know more than what you're saying. You had plenty of time to get to know the facts. And Kenya is her name. This is the one that was on Facebook, supposedly the one spreading the truth about the family. Oh, they got a pedo over at Annette house. They got a pedo over there. She was only doing that because of Jernell and Kewana had told her. And I feel like Roxy and her mama wanted to beat Jernell and Kewana to the punch. Oh, we spoke out about it first. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all did not. Because Kewana said she called her, Kenya, which is Roxy's mom. Kewana said she called her and basically confided in her out of frustration because they was getting nowhere. They was getting nowhere with their efforts, with the CPS investigations. Anything that they basically tried to do to get some type of help at Annette's house and for them children, it was being ignored. It was being silenced. It was being overlooked. We just read the report from CPS and a police report. To my knowledge, I don't think any of them reported it to the police in particular. But what difference would it have made? The police going to refer you to CPS. Certain things the police do not handle. It's not in their it's not for them to handle. You get what I'm saying? So even if they did go to the police, they did the right thing by going to Child Protective Services and reporting a crime and reporting assaults that's been taking place amongst the children. The police would have directed them right to CPS. And then in order for a detective to pick it up and make any type of prosecutions, to my knowledge, the kids would have had to admit to something had happened to them, which they did. It was just overlooked because they seen that was an old report. That report was old. When it say he touched the little baby and he hurt her, that report was from, it don't have the date, but the latest date that I have is 6/30/22. So we can just say maybe it was around that time, whenever that party had took place. I don't see a date on it, but yeah. You say that's something you didn't know, that they had to go to CPS first. That's sometimes the police will tell you they don't have no, real control over that. It has to be basically seen as a crime. But if CPS not looking at it as criminal behavior, then they wrote it off. They said they didn't find anything that was worth pursuing. Blasian, I'm looking at the actual date that I see on this paper. It could have been early 2022 or not. The date on the paper is 6.
Another question that came from the comment section. They wanted to know, why didn't you really for her?
Why is this
I said earlier, I didn't know that. All right, I have another question that came from the comment section. They wanted to know, why didn't you really for her? As I said earlier, I didn't know that she was being molested. I didn't know she was being molested. All I knew was they had a Chester, F1, whatever that means. All I knew was that he was a SA person, and I tried to expose that. I did not know anything was going on that serious over there. Or if you look at my Facebook page, post by the name of Kenya, I literally posted his picture on there I posted that, hey, it's okay to have a SA over there at such and such house. They're okay with that over there. So yeah, I didn't know.
And again, you posting to Facebook doesn't mean anything. That's what a lot of our toxic ass family members like to do too, post shit to Facebook. Facebook ain't gonna prosecute nobody. Facebook ain't gonna file a police report. It ain't gonna contact CPS either.
No, I didn't know anything like that was happening to her. Had I known, the situation would have been different.
I believe they're talking about like after the fact when she came up missing.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to ask after the fact, Mom's Roxy.
Yeah. After the fact, what?
Advocating for Naziah.
Advocating for Naziah, dude, they missing they didn't miss a whole lot. How much did y'all see how much advocating we've been doing for Naziah? Who asked that question?
Someone in the comments, they probably didn't see anything, so I was just asking a question.
Miss Kenya, I have one more question. Then we'll go on after this. I'm sorry. So have you had any like conversations with Annette yourself, like personally?
No, I have not talked to Annette since. Yeah, I haven't talked to Annette since I had that conversation with her, asking her. No, I have not talked to Annette since.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I haven't talked to Annette since I had that conversation with her, asking her what's up on the phone over there.
Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to know was do you know this? Well, partially, I'm assuming, but what was the reason? Do you know what the reason why would Annette go to the school and say she was runaway?
In my opinion, that was to buy some time. In my opinion,
do you think like maybe her and Shannon or Shannon may have told her what she knew, and then, or maybe they already knew by then that well, clearly you already said that she already knew that she was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Thank you for answering. I'm sorry. I know it's not a lot of stuff.
I have a question, Miss Roxy.
Yes.
I just want to give my sympathy and everything for your cousin Naziah, because I've been watching the whole case and everything, what's going on with her. But the question that I just wanted to ask, because I've been watching over the trial and everything that I saw that is, do you know the reason why that the grandma would let Naziah go over to Jarvis' white shop, like the work and everything like that?
Being stupid.
What the hell is wrong with this sound?
Like, it just I just don't understand.
Let me try to rewind it a little.
They go over to Jarvis' white shop, like the work and everything like that.
Being stupid.
Like, it just I just don't understand like that whole situation. Like, why?
I don't either. And to be honest, I don't either. I can't understand it. I can't wrap it around my head. Mm-hmm. I can't understand what my cousin was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I can't either. Because ain't none of my kids gonna be hanging out with a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. I have a question. Hey, how you doing, by the way? How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking.
Okay. I just wanted to know, who is it that's your cousin? Is it Shannon or the grandmother?
So Annette and I are first cousins. We are related by our grandmother.
Okay. So did you know that, well, I'm not sure if it's true, but I came across a video that said that the grandmother used to SA one of the cousins, and then the cousin got, she got older, and was like, she tried to give her a half-ass apology about it,
Well, it wasn't the grandmother.
So
It wasn't the grandmother. It was her
Shannon?
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all know, this was happening in the family, even with the women?
No.
Because no one was showing signs of, just distress or being, any signs of trauma, for it to be where I feel like it's just being passed down. It's like a generational curse. Because for Shannon to be doing it to a cousin from 6 to 12 years old, and then to get older, and then they have children and their children as well. Is that, I'm wondering if what was, I'm guessing that's why she thought it was okay for that dude, I don't know how to say his name, to be doing that to Naziah. Do you think she knew?
Do I think who knew?
That the guy that was hurting Naziah, did Shannon know? Was she okay with it?
I'm gonna say this. I am not Shannon. I can't really answer if she was okay with it. But what I can say is that sometimes trauma gets passed down to trauma, and then the trauma that passed that trauma down to that trauma don't even know that it's wrong because it was passed down to them. Naziah went into the hotel. Not Shannon, Naziah, and Jarvis.
I understand that. So, is Naziah, was she found in the hotel?
Well, that's why we got trial coming to find out what happened. They're not going to tell us everything, right, in the pre-trial?
I do. Yeah, I do understand that.
It's all okay. But she is not living. Kim Worthy said that, and they can be undoubtedly able to prove that.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
And
you said they're going to be able to prove that Shannon had nothing to do with it?
I said Kim Worthy said that they will be undoubtedly be able to prove that Naziah is no longer living. And I'm sure if Shannon has anything to do with anything, things will happen after this trial is over with.
The more and more they speak, the more idiotic they sound to me. I wish Roxy and her mother would stop going on these lives talking. Y'all don't want to answer no questions. Y'all contradicting. You have attitudes. Just stop going on lives and answering questions. That one guy that was questioning Rox's mom, Kenya, in the beginning, they should have let him keep on drilling her ass. They should have took him over there with Shannon and Marquita that day. He would have got answers. Because you got to ask these type of people very direct and strategic questions, because they try to beat around the bush about everything. She asked, was Naziah alive? She said, oh, we just gonna have to find out on trial. This ain't no motherfucking TV show. You act like we waiting for a fucking Super Bowl. This is a real person life. Your cousin, to be exact. Say Kenya Roach. Listen, look, it's definitely giving Roach. They act like this shit is a game. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, no, this ain't no damn Super Bowl. We ain't waiting on no Super Bowl. People want to know, where is Naziah? You talking about we guess we gonna have to wait to trial to find out where she at. If you don't answer the fucking question and quit playing with people, that who we just heard was Roxy Rock's mother, Kenya. That was Kenya, but her mother sounds just as ignorant as she does. I see where she get it from. Very pointless, very nonchalant, very self-centered. That apple did not fall far from that tree. That's what we gotta know. Same attitude, same spirit. I know they can't talk, but what does that have to do with the question? You don't say, I guess we have to wait to trial to see if Naziah is still alive or what? No. We don't have to wait. Answer the damn question. And if you're not going to answer the question, listen, I wouldn't have said it like that. I wouldn't have answered it like that. Somebody asks you, is she still alive or what's going on with her? Have they found the body? Not, oh, we got to wait to trial and see what they reveal. And then she said, Kim Murphy said they absolutely can prove that she is not alive. That's not how a responsible, caring family member will answer a question like that. And if they tired of talking about Naziah, stop going up on these lives. Nobody forcing them to go up there. They're choosing to go up on the lives to clear things up. Roxy, on her latest TikTok that I seen, it was somebody, she had stitched a video that somebody made. They was calling her something. They called her some name, and she responded and called them something out of a cartoon back at them. It's like, out of all things you could address after you did that fake ass pop up at Shannon House, you come on and then you address somebody by calling them back out their name when y'all don't want to even address the whole situation that took place at Shannon House, but you can respond to that nonsense that don't have nothing to do with nothing. Y'all have to go on the TikTok and see what I'm talking about. Like, what? You these folks. Diabolical. Diabolical. He said her responses sound like, stop bothering me. Yeah, and Roxy be doing the same thing. She flat out told somebody, I'm not answering that question. I answered that question already. I'm not answering that. But it's like, you're on a live. People come in and out. New people come in. You're going to get asked the same question. What is the attitude for? You're advocating for Naziah. That means you're going to be asked the same questions over and over and over again by different people who didn't hear you answer it the first 10 times. They all money hungry. They all trying to survive and figure out whatever they trying to figure out. Whatever the hell they trying to do. Yeah. I rather hear from Jernell and Kewana. If Jernell and Kewana ever catch any of my lives, y'all, if y'all ever open to talking to somebody, please let it be me. I wholeheartedly support Jernell and Kewana. I really do. They the only ones that seem genuine to me. They seem the most knowledgeable. They were the original people that was speaking up for Neziah before Neziah even got to the place where she disappeared. They seen the problem. So to me, I have no faults with them. I feel like they did what they best knew how to do. And they didn't just go to Facebook. Kewana say she don't even have a Facebook. Kenya went to Facebook though. Who was calling Shannon big bag? You say bigger than Shannon. Whole family is messed up and messy. Yeah. Cognitive dissonance. So to the people that said I was wrong for bringing up color and saying that colorism is a thing, explain to me, why do you feel like Roxy Rox and her mother didn't really get involved till shit hit the fan and spotlight? When they knew years ago. Roxy Rox's mother, Kenya, knew about this years ago too. She didn't want to answer the question. But she clearly said it wasn't her responsibility either. So you tell me what it was. Why do you think that in her mind, she didn't care? Because a part of her felt like she was above that. Why did she feel like she was above that? She says Shannon's her little cousin. To me, that's even more reason to question your little cousin. You want to make sure that she's headed in the right direction. Especially with all you hoes knowing what happened to Annette. All of them knew what happened to Annette. And all of them knew what happened to Lady. So all of y'all should have wanted to protect the younger generation because you knew the history as well. Yes, she said it wasn't her problem, and if it was one of her daughters, then maybe she would have took a different approach. That's a selfish mentality. Why do you think she didn't want to protect her little cousins? Yeah, it has something to do with it. She thought she was above that. She thought she was above that. She didn't need to dive deep in that. She didn't care. Something may have happened to her too, but that's all the more reason to be extra cautious and extra careful. I protect my kids because I know that it's people out here who prey on children. So I take the extra mile to make sure I know where their whereabouts are at all times. I ask the necessary questions. I create the safe space for them to come to me whenever they feel like they want to talk to me about something. I don't normalize toxicity. I don't normalize them shutting down and not expressing how they feel. We don't normalize gossip. We practice speaking the truth and expressing ourselves holistically. Okay, so that's the problem. We come from family dynamics where gossiping is normalized. We come from families where colorism is normalized. We come from family dynamics where it's about me and mine and not you and yours. You know, that whole mindset of it's about me, you know, being selfish. It's a saying that I'm trying to say, but I can't think of it. But y'all get what I'm saying. And then you say they hurried up and took after the cousin Eric, saying he's not a bad person. Are y'all stupid? Y'all seen that man with that beer in his hand, brushing up on what looks like a young Naziah at probably like 9. She looked younger than what she was that we know her to look like. So she wasn't safe all the way around. At no point in her life. Jarvis been around since she was 2. He raped his own daughter at 4. Who knows what he been doing since he been in Naziah's life? Shan, they could have left them kids with Jarvis. Who knows? A lot of times women leave kids with men, their children with men all the time to go work, go do whatever they gonna do. They leave their children with men to babysit or whatever the case is. That's a no-go. I don't care if I had a baby with you. I'm still watching you. I don't trust no man. Not like that. And honestly, with my sons, I have one daughter. I'm watching my sons too. You know, I'm always watching. Not that I'm worried about anything, but I let them know. I let everybody know. I'm very aware. I'm very alert. I ask questions. I see what's going on. You can't manipulate me. Manipulators hate people that ask questions. Ask questions. They hate those. Because their cover's going to always be blown. They can't get shit over your head because you ask too many questions. Matter of fact, they're going to stay far away from you. Question these kids in front of the adults. I tell my kids all the time, ain't no secrets. You ain't got to call your daddy and go in the other room. Especially if we're in the heat of a moment or something like that. No. Question these kids in front of the adults. Let them know that it's okay to tell me what you need to tell me right here. And that adult is going to feel very uncomfortable if they're trying to manipulate the child, abuse the child, groom the child. Because they got somebody around this child that care enough to question them about what be going on. All of them dropped the ball. As far as Roxy go, her mother go, they dropped the ball. You absolutely ask questions. Shannon was young as hell when she got with Javirus. She was young. 15, 16, that's young. We all know Annette ain't have it all. Annette still stuck at age 11. She ain't never transformed from that trauma because she's still acting like she's 11. And she was abused at 11. Maybe before that, but we know for a fact by way of her family that it was at 11. So she didn't even have the mental capacity to protect her daughters in the way that they needed to be protected. Say arrested development, cognitive dissonance. She didn't have the mental capacity to protect her children in a way that they needed to be protected by their mother. Shannon was absolutely failed by her mother. Lady was failed by her mother. And the cycle repeat. Them kids weren't running away for nothing. I can't see myself running from a place where, you know, I'm comfortable. Like it said on the notes, on the police report. We got, you know, we got food in the house. We got this going on. It's clean. It's this, that, the third. Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Kids want to feel safe and secure, validated, loved. They want to feel seen. They want to feel heard, protected. Unfortunately, I don't see Annette healing anything. It was going to take for this generation to heal them wounds. It's going to take for, it would have took for Naziah and her, you know, the new babies to heal that wound. It's already been passed down. If other children are already said to have been doing things that Javirus do to children, allegedly, it's already been passed down right now. So the generation coming after that is going to have to be the one to stop it. Otherwise, it's going to run rapid in his family for another 400 years. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Like a person who has the ability to think and be logical, they don't want to see their family, their children especially, experience the things that they experience. So they try to create a better environment for their children to thrive and feel safe and loved. My mindset when I first had my child at a young age, my thought process was, I'm going to unconditionally love my child, and my child going to unconditionally love me. And at that time, I didn't know much about generational trauma or curses or anything like that. But I knew in my mind what my intentions was. My intentions was to love my child in a way that I was not loved and should have been. That I was not valued. I knew that much. And boy, did it take a whole lot of work. It took a whole lot of work to get to where I'm at in this mind frame that I'm at now, but it was so worth it. It's so worth it because I watched the fruits of my labor manifest through my children, how they show up as little humans, the things that they say, how they think about things, how they can pick up on when, like, we out in public. My 7-year-old noticed that it was another little boy and his mother had said something to him that was a little disrespectful, and my son was able to pick up on that, you know. So it's little moments like that. He was like, why is his mother talking to him like that? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's moments like that that lets me know that what I'm doing is paying off, because they have the ability to recognize ill treatment. You say there has to be conditions with love. Explain that, D. Michelle. Grand Rising. Explain conditions with love. Because it's the conditional love and the transactional love that creates an environment for generational trauma to thrive and run rapid throughout the family. You say even the way you seen people reacted to Roxy big. What was they reaction? Because I know they have something to say about Jernell and Kewana. You say yes, if your kid snaps and hurts you, God forbid, that's not love. Well, that's why you create a space and a foundation of respect. Respect has to be the foundation. Respect is unconditional love. Respect is love. Conditions is what upholds the toxic behaviors. I can unconditionally love my children and respect still be the foundation. My children can still express themselves and I don't take offense to it because I unconditionally love them and I created space for them to be their authentic selves without them disrespecting me in their expression. Conditional love is a curse. Conditional love it's almost like if you conditionally love a person, then seemingly what I get from that is I only love you if it benefit me. I only love you if you think like me. If what your actions do benefits me. Conditional love is transactional and it's usually for the benefit of the other person. I unconditionally love my children not because it benefits me, but because it benefits them. And I want the best for my child, so I create a space for them rooted in unconditional love where they can be their best self and be very successful. You understand? So love should not be conditional. Conditional love is controlling. I don't wish to control my children. I wish to guide my children and protect my children. I'm telling y'all the difference from conditional love and unconditional love. I'm telling y'all the difference. So there will be no confusion from this day forward. It shouldn't be. Conditional love is toxic. I love you if you look like this. I love you if your skin is light. I love you if you're skinny. I love you if you make money. I love you if you're very fashionable. I love you if I can vicariously live through you. I love you if it benefits me and makes me look good to the public. That's conditional love. Meanwhile, conditional love between two people, the receiver is now being suppressed, oppressed, depressed, stressed. You are now, you place the other person, the receiver, in a mind state of slavery when we love them conditionally based off the things that they do and how it looks to the eye. Or what you can benefit from. You say you feel like you can only have unconditional love with your family, begin not going to still love you if you treat them like crap. Again, most of our families don't even know what unconditional love is. They don't know. A lot of our families, and particularly the copper colored beings that look like you and me, don't have a clue what to love unconditionally means because they are so used to surviving. They're so used to trying to prove themselves to a community of people that don't give a fuck about them. So you went through that with your ex. You said conditional love directed at a child means the adult can't manage their expectations. Not only that, it means that the adult has no self-love within themselves, no confidence. They're trying to live up to society standards. So then you place those same limitations on your children. No, allow your children to thrive and be their true selves. It is not the parent's responsibility to control the child. Now, protecting the child, you have to, it's almost like it runs over into control a little bit, because protection, that's why I say guidance with protection. Okay, guidance with protection. Yeah, that was absolutely neglect. Absolutely. Yes, very conditional, very transactional. Somebody said earlier, what was it? We was talking about cognitive dissonance, and somebody said, oh, arrested development. And what was I about to say about that? I'm gonna go back to that comment. And the family, they don't see nothing wrong with it either, because that's just how they used to doing things. They used to doing things from a very conditional place. They used to doing things from a very conditional place. You say, hello, I'm late getting here, but everyone involved felt desire. Yep, very sad. That's basically what we're talking about. We're talking about the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. Family is definitely trifling. And being trifling is a mind state too. Families who love each other conditionally is trifling to me, because those same family members will only choose to love the ones, quote unquote, who they feel like meets their mental standard, or they'll only support the family members who they feel like meet that mental standard that they have in their mind. Says, so do you love people that's not in your family unconditionally? If you love people based off how you love yourself. So ask yourself that question. Me talking to y'all and being passionate about what I speak, what I teach, my perspective, that's a form of unconditional love. I'm not telling you anything that is for your detriment. I'm not telling you anything to manipulate you in a negative way. So that is unconditional love. Our perception of what we thought love is an illusion. Yes, you can unconditionally love people. Unconditional love comes with boundaries, though. It comes with self-respect. People who love you conditionally wants to control you, and they don't want you to have boundaries, and they want to be able to manipulate you. They want to be able to control you for your detriment and manipulate you. So I express unconditional love to y'all because I unconditionally love myself. Which means unconditional love. A lot of our families are very judgmental. That's not love. That's conditional love. A lot of us are not able to talk to our families like we could talk to people in a chat or people that we meet online, because our families are very judgmental. Just like the church is very judgmental. Our families operate just like the church. If you're in a space and you feel like you have to minimize who you are or silence yourself or dim your light, then that's a conditional space that's not willing to hold, that's not willing to make room for your authentic capacity. Make sure y'all get my Healing Trauma ebook. If you want to learn how to love yourself, if you want to learn how to be yourself authentically and unapologetically, I highly recommend taking my comprehensive and transformative approach towards healing. Everything linked in the description, and Miss Sexy Ray just posted the link as well. Right, whatever they say, yes, and family gossip. Gossip is witchcraft. Because if I'm gossiping about my family member behind their back, that's to tear them down. It's not to build them up. That's to be in cahoots with somebody else and create this entourage of people to gang up on this one person, so we can make fun of that person. We can point the finger at that person. We can watch them struggle. We can create a space for them to feel uncomfortable. You know, we're basically showing that person that we don't love that person. Okay, gossiping is witchcraft. It's dark witchcraft. Yeah, make sure y'all purchase the ebook. So this is why we don't gossip. We don't gossip. This is why we don't keep secrets either. I don't keep secrets from my children. If they ask me a question, I give them the answer in a way that they'll be able to comprehend and they'll be satisfied with the answer. I don't lay too much on them, but I don't keep it away from them either. Because children deserve to be able to ask questions and get answers. That's why I didn't appreciate what they did to that baby that got on the live and asked a question about Naziah, and they ignored her and just totally dropped her from the conversation. Children need to know about these things. Children are concerned about things. My kids ask about the president, and they know things. They know what I do online. Kids are not stupid. They're very intelligent. My son, just the last live, he walked up to me, say, "Mike, can I get a hug?" He getting ready to go to bed. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to address my child. Children are important. They deserve to be seen and heard. It ain't no grown folk business. What is grown folk business? That's a bunch of old ass women sitting around gossiping and talking about nothing. Nothing that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. No grown folk business. Y'all ain't talking about starting no business, getting no money. That's grown folk business. How the hell we can go buy land and start growing our own food? That's grown folk business. And even the kids can help with that. So what are we really doing? And while y'all having grown folk talk, gossiping about each other, you got your kids in the other room getting touched by Jarvises. Doing shit they ain't supposed to be doing. I mean, let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. No such thing as grown folk business. I ain't doing nothing that my kids can't know about. Absolutely nothing. I ain't doing no fugazi ass shit, no fraudulent shit. I ain't doing nothing that my kids can't question me about. And I tell them, if it's anything you ever want to know, just let me know. Especially when it comes to their daddies, because I got the paperwork to prove it. I got the police reports to prove it. And they try to lie all the time. They daddies tell them little shit. I don't care about none of that. When y'all get old enough and y'all want to know the facts, I show you the paperwork. I show you exactly what you need to know. Ain't no secrets around here. I don't have to live a lie. I don't have to worry about nobody exposing me ever because I live in my truth. I live in my truth. And this is how I can get on here and talk my shit and pop my shit and don't worry about nobody ever exposing me. I expose myself. You can't expose me. Because I always tell my truth. I ain't sitting around a bunch of women gossiping. I ain't sitting around a bunch of women that's scared that's scared to make moves. And I don't need them type of women around me that's trying to stop other women from being successful. They jealous, they envious. Like Shannon and her family. You say, remember Shannon and Isaiah messaged her from school asking what the grandma was doing. She said minding, right? Or business. Right. She just wanted to talk. Right. Silenced her. It be those little moments like that. It be those moments. All she ain't have to say minding or none of that. She didn't. She could have just said tell her what y'all doing. Ask her what she doing. Maybe she had a free moment of time. Maybe she wanted to tell you what was going on with her stomach. Maybe anything was happening. Something, something could have been going on, but she shut it down so quick. Say the mama was probably jealous of the twin. That's why she ain't try to stop her. Could have been because misery loves company. My own mother told me she had to suffer, so I'm going to suffer. My mother told me she had to suffer, so I'm going to suffer. This is how I know that misery loves company, and people who are miserable within themselves, they will do everything in their power to keep you down. They're not going to do anything that will contribute to your success. And that came from the person who birthed me. That came from the person that birthed me. So if my own mother would tell me that, I know any random miserable motherfucker, I don't stand a chance with them. I don't stand a chance. And guess what? She made sure that that very thing she said to me, what happened? She made sure to see to it. A lot of the things that I went through could have been avoided. A lot. But I'm gonna get ready to get off here, y'all. It was really, really, really good talking to y'all. This was a good chat. It's been two hours, almost 3. I gotta get up early. You say it was a timeout, not a block. Oh, somebody got timed out. You say I went through it, almost took that bum life for laying hands on me. Got kidnapped by a male. I don't have anything. Yeah. It's terrible. The link for the book is in the description. It's in the description. It's going to lead you to a website called Gumroad. It's going to lead you to a website called Gumroad. It's dang, where's my charger? The link is in most of all of my video content, and you can find it there. So if you new here and you feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, if you do here, if you feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Don't wait, do it now. Okay, for those that's gonna catch this replay, shout out to y'all. Let me know in the comments what you think. about the 2 videos that we watched. What does this whole case stand with you? And you know, what other case should we talk about next? Let me know in the comments, what other cases should we bring to the collective's awareness? Any other cases like Naziah Harris, okay? And we could definitely discuss those cases, the ones that are not in the spotlight. Okay, thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all for the follows, the subscribes. Thank you to my mods. I appreciate y'all. Y'all always show up. Thank you so much. Okay, so you stick around. I free your mind. You stick around. I free your mind. Learn to not take everything offensive. Everything don't have to be an argument, a fight. Especially when you know a person's intentions. At this point, some of y'all your discernment should already told you what's really going on with me. You say Krishan Rock, alleged baby daddy. No, I didn't know that. You say that lady that let her 2-year-old to be with her boyfriend. Y'all can email me some names and stuff so I can dive deep into these stories, because I would love to discuss them. I would love to bring awareness to these stories that are really not getting a lot of limelight. Or you can send me a message on TikTok or something like that. Okay. You say faces are all over the floor. Or leave them in the comments. And when I get off a live, leave the names in the comments. And Janaya, I did hear about Janaya. But please. Yeah, it's so many. So we got to start somewhere. Okay. So again, you feeling the vibe? Go ahead and subscribe. Okay. You stick around. I promise you, I will free your mind. It's all love. I say y'all. I got my baby right here. I gotta go.